Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat so they can hide from the guests, or more likely the bad weather. Although given that we're in England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather. Go on, add a shelter to their habitat.
Well, if you're in
You can either
England,
build one from
there's less
various
rain
suitable
than
bits and
Wales.
bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've already built for you.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yep. I can go in this like corner here. That actually looks like a nice place for it.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Alright guys, so you don't like your habitat.
Rightio.
You don't
Click
like
on
your
the terrain tab. That way you can
plants.
view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat.
I think they might need more plants, maybe. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that improves if we put more plants in. Can we give them more plants? Food and water, heaters and coolers, enrichment items, shelters, bedding.
Okay,
Terrain
then.
tab.
Open
Oh,
the
okay,
terrain
okay.
editing tool,
There we are.
select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Alright, terrain painting. Soil. That is a rather large brush. May I reduce the brush? Decrease radius.
Right then. All animals
Yeah,
need
they seem
plants
good.
and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, or Asia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat.
Yep.
To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Okay, let's get out of all this. So, select tiger. Environment tab. And they need... We've got good terrain distribution.
Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't
Terrain
quite
environment.
right for the tiger,
Right.
like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want. You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
Do you want the ones from Asia? They're fine to stay. Okay, cool. Ah, now it will let us have stuff. So, we've got filters that we can use, she said. Filters by continent, Asia. So you can find lots of cool plants that the guys are going to really enjoy having around their habitat. Oh, I like the planting in this. Can make this look really good. What are these guys? Aloe vera. It's not very big. Ferns. Oh yeah, let's have some of those. Doesn't that look pretty? What are these? Dwarf cornels small. They're tiny, tiny, tiny. You know what I could do with these? You could put them around their water dish. Their food dish even. I mean, they'll have to tread on them to get to their food, but look how pretty it's going to make their feeder. I know, I'm a crazy lady, right? Hey, world's prettiest water feeder. I like this. Can we have any more trees, though? Because, I mean, I've given them a really nice... Surely... Oh, here we are. Hawthorns. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I'll put a few of these over here. And go and hide in them. Elephant ear plant. I want a couple of them near to their shelter, I reckon. Oh, that's rather large. What? Give them a huge, massive tree. No, I don't think so. Banana palm? That's too small. It's just like 3 bears, isn't it? Doesn't really go. Oh, I can go outside their shelter. That looks quite nice over there, but... Why do I keep clicking on those massive trees? Yeah, that's a bit better. If in doubt, plant more. Yeah, that's their hawthorn patch. Don't judge me. Right, let's click on a tiger and see if they are a bit less... Oh, look. Rawr, pumpkin, yum yum, Halloween coming up. Okay, so... habitat is still a little bit on the dodgy side. It would love to have a hookthorn acacia tree. Apparently. So let's look for some African plants. Where's that hookthorn thing? Candelabra tree. Coconut palm. Aha, I want some of these. That would be nice. You get one in behind, 1 or 2 in behind the hawthorns. That would give it height. It would give the bed height. I know what I'm doing when it comes to gardening. I need like a smaller one. Will like fit in behind there. Or maybe it won't. Make that like a little canopy for them. Right, are you happy with your plants yet? Severely inappropriate for this animal. Oh, right. It doesn't like it because... Oh, there's too many of them. It wanted us to take them away. Oops. This is why we do tutorials, guys. What's that? Bracken, that's fine. Okay. Get back to Asian plants then. think I need one of those giant trees, definitely. Oh, cool.
They say
Apparently
the
I
good
done
fences
silver
make
now.
good
Yes!
neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers look so happy that I doubt they'd leave. Even if you did poke a hole in their fence.
Don't do that.
Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
That tree's massive!
Right, let's
The
head
tigers
over to
can
the
get their
Indian
claws in it.
peafowls.
Rah.
I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Okay. Indian peafowl. So the tiger's super happy. I think I built them quite a nice habitat in the end. Kind of in an accidental way, but it's got an interesting shape to it. It looks kind of like a speech bubble. Right, so let's go see these peafowl then. Hello, peafowl. Oh, so you have like a little maze that you live in.
Just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese.
Only male geese. Right, so
Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail. Right, as you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Well, off you pop to the animal market.
alright then. 3 peafowls coming right up. Luckily they're not as expensive as the tigers. Right, send to the zoo. And send you to the zoo. And you to the zoo.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered
Ta-da!
soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Grumpy Snow Leopard Rescue Team. Good chance to have a good look around the zoo.
Just
All
like
right.
people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy.
Oh gosh, their entire
You can
thing
lower their
is.
stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barriers for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Okay. Swap the glass barrier for one-way glass.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather, you should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat. As
Temperature
you can
heat
see,
map.
we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can.
Okay.
Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's cooling down now nicely. Still a bit over there that seems to have
You
been
can find
missed.
heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopards' terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Okay, terrain paint, snow. Make it snow. Make it nice and snowy in here.
Now then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic.
Alright.
Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section. As you can see, this list shows you the animals' overall welfare. So if something's amiss, then you can quickly pop over to them using the locate button. Right, I'm off for a cuppa while you make sure all the animals are well looked after.
Oh, make me one, Nancy. Don't hold out on me. Right, so who's the least happy? These timber wolves. Look like they could do with a bit of helping. Alright, where's this locate button then? Contraception? Interesting. Just trying to find what she said there was a locate button. Where is it though? You can rename them. What? The peafowl is close to death? Hungry and no one gave them water? Or food? I don't know what kind of food they're supposed to have. We'll just try like a... No, it needs to be smaller than that, surely. Let's try a small food bowl. And a small water bowl. And they got like a keeper nearby? Someone gonna come fill that up? Can I tell them to fill that up? Call the keeper. I'll see if they fill up the food. The ring-tailed lemur has been in lockdown for a long time. Okay, so the nutritions are starting to be good for them then. Well, that's good. The habitat has some problems with the terrain and plants. And they don't have enough food enrichment. What food enrichment can we have for a peacock then? A forage box, that sounds like a... Well, that's huge! Sounds like a good thing for them, but it's not going to fit in their pen. Okay. Dog ball enrichment, blood pumpkin, a barrel feeder, a roller feeder. They won't be able to reach that. Maybe the slow feeder would help. That would be for more like giraffes, tall animals. Is that giving them a bit of enrichment now? Yes. Interspecies bonus. Okay, we can do without that, but their terrain and their plants is not good. So what is the terrain problem? So they want short grass mostly. Less soil. Right. So that looks to me like there's soil where there should be short grass. Just make sure that's all painted in for them. I'm trying, but it doesn't seem to be changing too much. They already have like a... to hold it down for quite a long time though. Is that helping at all? Gotten rid of some of the short grass. Some of the soil, sorry. I'm trying, guys. Oh, do they need more soil? Hang on. Needs more soil. Needs less... Ah, okay, sorry. That I got it the wrong way around. So, what kind of soil? Any soil? Light soil? This is better. It's making this lovely hedge maze a lot more ugly, though. Nearly there. Nearly there. I know, they're cute, huh? Awesome. So that sorted out that. Are we happy now, peahens and peacocks? I think they seem pretty happy now. Their habitat is much better other than the plants. Right, let's have a look at the plants quickly. On Asian plants, you want bird topiary. They're happy with that, but they could have other plants from Asia. Temperate. Okay. So, temperate Asian plants. Wonderful. So we could get some bamboo in here, like in there. Might obstruct things a tiny bit. Plant type and coverage is inappropriate for this animal. Really? Put some azaleas in. They're small and pretty. Well, that's interesting. Lovely. Put in a nice big tree though. Let's see if that increases the coverage enough. I mean, the topiary, I think, is good. Bracken, bamboo, cherry trees. A lot of trees, actually. Ivy. Actually put that along the top of the topiary. That's pretty cool. I love the detail in this game. How are we doing? Like, there's not enough stuff in here by such a long way. The Japanese maple in. To either side of the gate. Doesn't that look pretty? I think that looks pretty anyway. More azaleas. Oh, I can have 4 meter. Oh, I didn't have to put them along like that. I could have just put a 4-meter strip of them. Man. Get that the right way around. I can line the fence. I love the fact it tries to conform to the terrain. Like, the azaleas have just gone up into the tree. It's something it used to try and do on Planet Coaster a lot. But yeah, I do love this the whole detail of it. It's so cool. So very, very detailed. Alright, we're on 52% coverage now. I'm trying to make it pretty because it's like a peacock garden. It's going to take me the rest of my life. 8-meter strip of bamboo. We could put that along there actually. I'm trying to be creative with this. I'll look at this from another angle and it looked terrible, you watch. Yeah, got all the bamboo around there. Oh gosh. All right, how are you feeling about this now? The habitat. I'm still feeling terrible about this habitat because of the plants. Severely inappropriate for the animal. I'm trying. I don't understand that. I've done loads and loads and loads of stuff to do with the plants, and they still don't feel happy. Have I got the wrong... I've got Riddy selected. I'm just going to come out and check another peacock and make sure. Another peafowl. I click on them. Okay, you. Habitat is still not good though, because of the plants. I'm going to leave that be though, because I'm supposed to be overall getting the zoo up to a certain amount. And I've already spent ages, absolutely ages, on their habitat. And it looks really cool. But, and they are much happier, and at least they have something to eat. Yeah, let's go and see the ring-tailed lemur and see what the problem is with that. So he's not been let out. Let him out. Gee. I'll come back to the peacocks and peahens if I still need a little bit at the end. No wonder they're unhappy. They've got a nice cage other than that. Poor dude. Do some food enrichment apparently. And a cleaner habitat. Looks like he's cleaning it up though. Inappropriate terrain. Okay, well we can get them some food enrichment, definitely. That's not the right panel. Habitat. Food enrichment. They would probably like something like a hanging barrel feeder. I reckon they'd love that. Lemurs would probably love that. They could climb all over it. Yeah, they liked that. Cool. But the terrain is wrong. So what is the terrain supposed to be like? It is supposed to be less short grass, more soil. Okay. They even put a bit more rock in for them. And then we need a bit more soil. There we are, sorted. Happy lemurs. Their enrichment is still not good. Insufficient food enrichment still for all the animals. Okay, how about... So we're on 78%. We're nearly there, actually. How about we give them a ball enrichment? Okay, partially covering the animals' needs. Forage box? Maybe that would be good for lemurs. Lemurs don't... I don't know if they dig, though. Roller feeder? Why do they keep boxing the animal up? Don't understand. Give you a slow feeder. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening here with these lemurs. It's like they keep getting boxed up. Unbox all animals. I think there were quite a few of them in boxes. Okay. Still food enrichment issues. I've given them all sorts of cool stuff. Let's try a forage box. In fact, maybe it'll tell me. Small ball and a sprinkler. And they're saying that there's no food enrichment at all for them. Okay, so there's some tags here. I'm going to put them in a forage box. Let's see if that helps. Oh, apparently that was exactly what they needed. Why are you boxing them all up? They need to be out where they can play. We are 79% now. Okay, I think the lemurs are happy. Right, so let's go and see what other animals need a hand. So it looks like the lions are not very happy. It looks like the timber wolves are not happy at all. Still haven't worked out where this locate button is. But we can find them. Is that, no, you're the warthogs. Timber wolves. Lemurs. Hippo, oh, bears, sorry. Lions. Find the wolves. Where are they? Because if I can sort them out, then I think we're going to be good. What's down here then? Ostriches. Oh yeah, I made that. Haha. Where's the wolves then? Elephants. This looks like it could be a wolf enclosure. Yeah, here we are. Right, so what's up with these guys? They have no enrichment whatsoever. Food or toy. So, let's put some enrichment in for them and hopefully that will win us the scenario. I reckon they'd like a blood pumpkin. And I reckon... climbable stuff. Man, I should have put that in for lemurs. What kind of thing would a wolf like? A grab ball, maybe? I mean, I wish if there is some kind of place where it tells me what enrichment they like, I wish I knew where. And maybe I just have to keep trying. Try a rubbing pillar. That would be a nope. Scratching post. That also appears to be a nope. A skittle. Also appears to be a nope. A ball.
Not bad. Not
Oh, they like a ball.
I think
There we
it's
go.
fair to say
So you just
that
gotta
you've
go and
passed the
look through
first
everything.
part of your training with flying
Hurrah!
colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
That's wonderful. Thank you, Nancy. And with that, I think that'll be the end.
Sounds like you've got
Ooh,
the whole zoo
once I
purring
finish that
away
blurb.
nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh? Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a foxy coffee.
A foxy coffee.
As
Oh.
strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet.
Oh, that's a noble cause.
I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
Okay, and with that, I am going to leave this particular zoo, having done a few tutorial tasks in it, and I will join you all again for the next zoo. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, then please do leave me a like below. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I hope to see you all next time. In the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.